Hello, everyone. This is Kitty Dick live from Huntsville. Yeah.
Uno, dos, tres.
And we'll get with the Hello, everyone. Welcome to the show. The host is always Kitty Dick here. Ladies and gentlemen, join that conversation using hashtag Pro Wrestling. Here on Pro Wrestling Show.
Uno, dos,
And
tres.
AEW Dynamite report it was in my hometown, Huntsville. And what a packed crowd it was. Say that right now. AEW was in the building. My hometown in Huntsville. What a packed crowd it was. All right, we're gonna introduce Heyman Adam Page. You know who he is. Former AEW champion, was in the ring to address the situation that he had going on. Was Heyman Adam Page, was he going to not participate in the championship match? The Heyman letting his fans know what his status, because a lot of people thought he was serious with his leg injury. Heyman Adam Page, a lot going on with Heyman. Even Tony Khan, the president of AEW, chimed in, saying that after rumors of surface of potential injury, the Heyman Adam Page going to a three-way match for the world title this Sunday at Revolution, Heyman will address. Well, speaking of Heyman, Heyman did so address the crowd. Heyman addressed the crowd. I think Heyman don't want Swerve to be world champion. He attacked Swerve from behind after Samoa Joe had confronted all three men. These three men will compete for the world title this Sunday at Revolution. And it should be a revolution. And I'll tell you coming up this weekend for Predict the Outcome, who's going to emerge world champion after this match. So we'll see that as well. Also, too, we get the six-man tag team action. The Blackpool Combat Club making their entrance. The Combat Club will take on Eddie Kingston and FTR. There will be two individual matches. Eddie Kingston will defend his Continental Crown title against Brian Danielson, and FTR will go against Moxley and Cesaro in tag team action. Well, there was a preview of what we're going to expect at Revolution, and what a revolution it was. As you see right here, Moxley using this version right here of Las Vegas leg lock. Man, you may not remember the Las Vegas leg lock that Austin Al used to do way back in the day. On to Daniel on Dash Wilder. And you see right here, these 6 men are proud men. They want to leave a lasting impact. Most of them came from the WWE system. And you remember Cesaro, Bryan, Mox, and FTR are from WWE. Eddie Kingston was a jobber in WWE, but this match showed pure heart, guts, determination, and stuff like that. You can tell this match is gonna be nutrition right here. You see Cesaro putting the giant swing onto his nemesis slash Eddie Kingston. Eddie Kingston does not like Cesaro at all. Cesaro feels the same way about Eddie Kingston as well. Cesaro applying that giant swing as he did. You see right here, Bryan even talking smack talk to Kingston and leaving Kingston out. Bryan applied this move, and he could be a difference maker. A difference maker that could be the difference in their championship match for the Continental Championship. We'll get to see that coming up this weekend. And like I said, look out for Predict the Outcome this weekend. 4 matches that's going to be coming your way. We'll have that this Sunday for Predict the Outcome. So look for that your way this Sunday. Also, too, Don Callis might be scheming up something coming up his way. As you see, Callis along with a lot of the portraits, like he's Jesus Christ or something. Don Callis portraying himself as a god or an entity or whatever you want to call it. Callis knows a fact, a thing or two on what he wants to do, when he's gonna do it. You know that this could be the match of Don Callis's career. Well, Will Ospreay made a rare appearance in Huntsville. Can't believe that. Will Ospreay made his appearance tonight in Huntsville. I don't think he never wrestled in Huntsville, but the Huntsville crowd were elated to see Will Ospreay, and Ospreay brought something unique, something different to the floor. I think one thing about Ospreay, you have to wonder about Ospreay, is ability. Ospreay can go. Ospreay one that can go. He will meet Takesha this Sunday at Revolution, as Don Callis has called it, and what he wants to call it. So I'm looking for a turn to happen between Takesha turning on Will Ospreay. You can tell it's about to go down. It's gonna go down. We just don't know how it's going down. Don Callis got a history of turning on people as they associate with him, like Omega and Jericho. And don't be surprised if Ospreay be on that list as well. We'll see that coming up forward for Ospreay. And can Ospreay and Kesha have an instant classic match when they once were teammates? Now we'll see how this is gonna boil down to coming up at Revolution. Well, we told you that there was gonna be a championship match. Orange Cassidy defends his international championship. Orange Cassidy defend the championship against Nick Wayne, Christian's pupils. Christian's pupils, Nick Wayne wanted a shot at Orange Cassidy's championship, and he got the shot. He got the opportunity, but at what price? As you see right here, Orange Cassidy would suck his teeth in to retain his championship, but got beaten down by Roger Strong, who wants to become champion after what's his name, the devil. Adam Cole wants him to win the championship at any means necessary. So it'll be an any means necessary match between them, some way, somehow, in some fashion. And see, I think they were Nick Wayne's mother cost her son not win the championship. So I think there's gonna be some tensions relying on there as well. So we'll see that going on. You see a lot of the brawl and stuff going and stuff like how this gonna go. Well, the executive vice presidents of All Elite Wrestling, Nick and the Young Bucks, Nicholas and Matthew Jackson. Now it used to be called Matt and Nick. They're looking for Sting. They're looking for Sting. They're trying to find the Stinger, and the Stinger. They've been going through everywhere trying to look for Sting. Looks like it was like they're doing WCW all over again, but they've been trying to look in high and low places throughout Huntsville to see if Sting was around. So we'll tell you a little bit later what happened with that as well. Also, too, women's action as Chris Stanley took on Sky Blue. This match was meteoric. Well, it was meteoric for a reason. It's Sky Blue attacked Chris Stanley with the help of Julia Hart, the women's TBS champion. Julia Hart helping Sky Blue get the upper advantage. I think I think Julia Hart may be in the head of Sky Blue, as Sky Blue listens to everything Julia Hart tell her, and she goes by that as well. Speaking of that, more action was to come as Chris Jericho took on Lantis Jr. Chris Jericho has taken on Lantis before, but Chris Jericho going back to his incarnation again. Those modes of Jericho. That's what I call the three. I don't know how many faces of Jericho you got, but I call them like the modes of Jericho. Chris Jericho with his different modes, and Jericho went against Atlantis Jr. tonight, and Jericho took the fight to Atlantis Jr. throughout the match. And I'll say this: Jericho knows a thing or two about matches. Jericho came out with his Lionheart gimmick. They used to wrestle in Mexico, brought it to Huntsville. I don't know why he brought it to the Rocket City. I think it was somewhat of a full crowd in there, but hey, well, Lantis Jr. being greeted by the Huntsville audience when he did. Speaking of that, Jericho taking the arm drag to Lantis Jr. taking the arm drag to Jericho. Jericho acting like it's 1990 again, or 2000. And she's out of shape again. Jericho and Atlantis Jr. had fought. Atlantis Sr. trying to help out his son to get the upper advantage on Jericho. Jericho found the way by climbing the walls of Jericho and playing it real hard and heavy on Atlantis Jr. Almost took Atlantis Jr.'s back out. But Jericho found the way, and Jericho won the match with submission with the Lion Tamer, or what, the Walls of Jericho Lion Tamer, whatever you want to call it. He did something. Well, we told you that it was supposed to be Meat Madness. Now that match has been canceled due to the fact Jericho will be added to the match. Well, it's Hook, Lance Archer, Powerhouse Hobbs, and Brian Cage. You gotta tell me this is an 8-man scramble match. You gotta be like this. Winner gets a future world championship match or something. That what it should have went down. And Tony Khan wrote down right here. He said, with multiple wrestlers stayed at AEW's Meat Madness match is out. Injuries shelled by AEW. I'm temporarily freezing about until they're clear. Meat Madness is on ice. Instead, Sunday pay-per-view will feature an all-star scramble match. So I don't know if he's going by the scramble of a couple of years ago where it was a championship scramble match. You get pinned, you the immediate pointer, or you get more points or something. We don't know. He hasn't explained the rules. Hopefully this weekend he will explain what this match is all about and how does it benefit these superstars. The stuff. Maybe they get raise some stakes and put the championship online or something. But we'll see. Well, we told you the Young Bucks are still on a mission. The executive vice presidents are still on a mission to find Sting and Darby Allin, and their segment was coming up. Uh, they didn't have to look too hard to find. The executive vice presidents came out there looking for Sting. Ric Flair came out there. Well, Darby Allin came out there first. Tried to tried to gang jump him, gang jump the Young Bucks. The Young Bucks found the way. The Bucks are so smart, but two, the Bucks beat up Darby Allin. Ric Flair came out there. Ric Flair was. We thought that Ric Flair was going to join with the Bucks. The Bucks decided to do business on their own, and the Bucks did so by attacking Darby Allin and stuff. And then Nature Boy Ric Flair, like I said, came out there. We thought the Bucks was gonna be Nature Boy was gonna be on join the Bucks side. That wasn't the case. The Bucks, Ric Flair, when they call himself the dirtiest player in the game, started using the thumb. Ric Flair tried to go back old school like he did. He couldn't move like he normally did back in the '80s and stuff. But the Nature Boy tried to do his best, his darnest. But he got hurt for his troubles after Nicholas um, hit a low blow on Ric Flair. Ric Flair went down till it Sting. Tony Schiavone like to say it Sting. Sting came out there. Sting came out there, a man on a mission. His last dynamite, he came through the crowd in the Huntsville area. Thank God it was safe for him and stuff. Kind of reminds you of Owen Hart during them days. Unfortunately, with having the Owen Hart and stuff, we was thank God Sting did it safely and stuff. But Sting came out there to help rescue both Ric Flair and Darby. Sting made his final Dynamite appearance, and Sting did what he needed to do. And maybe they could do like WWE do, like how they did Ric Flair. It was nice. Do a celebratory in the ring after Sting's match, or probably whenever at the Greensboro. Sting got his final ovation, his final dynamite. He'll probably make some dynamites here and there, but Sting goes out with a bang on his final dynamite full time performer. So congratulations to Sting on everything from his success to um, Bill Watts' UWF, as him and the Ultimate Warrior were the Blade Runners, as well as to WCW, NWA, to WWE. Sting really didn't have that much of a big career in WWE, but TNA really put Sting on the map. WCW put him on the map, and now AEW. Sting got treated well in all three organizations, I believe, in WCW, NWA, TNA, and AEW. WWE didn't do so right with him, but Sting's getting his flowers, and what a moment for the Stinger. Um, like I said, I've been watching Sting ever since I was little. When he was Surfer Sting back in the '90s. Who can forget Sting and Hulk Hogan, their battles for the WCW title? Sting and Kurt Angle, their battles for the TNA championship. So Sting has a legendary Sting and Samoa Joe. Main Event Mafia. Sting come to AEW and shocking the world, making their appearance, helping out Darby Allin. Their winner is coming. Sting has done it all. Ric Flair put him on the map, like he said, the 1988 Clash of the Champions. So it's important for Sting to go out with a bang. So we want to wish the Stinger a happy coming up for him at Revolution, a happy retirement on his way. Speaking of that, that ends the AEW Dynamite Ring Report. We move forward to Wrestling Hot Topics. On Wrestling Hot Topics, we have some unfortunate news to pass along that Virgil, better known as Soul Man Jones, or however you want to call him, but I've known him as Virgil or Vincent in WCW. Virgil in WWE. He has passed away at the age of 61 years old. We don't know what the reasons how he passed. We'll probably get more details when we can. Um, we'll go from there. But Virgil, who can forget his moments of being Ted DiBiase's personal assistant, or just breaking away from Ted DiBiase and going on his own and becoming the $1 million champion, proving to the world that you don't have to lay down for somebody who doesn't want you to succeed. Virgil showed that, and Virgil did that with Ted DiBiase, breaking away from Ted DiBiase and stuff. So it's unfortunate. Our thoughts and prayers are with his family, and hopefully Virgil is getting that meal that he likes, those breadsticks at Olive Garden stuff. Also too, we're hearing Tamatonga may be heading to WWE. Tamatonga in the WWE. We'll see how Tamatonga do in WWE. He kind of built like Roman Reigns, so Tamatonga could be heading to WWE sooner rather than later. Tamatanga. We'll see what Tamatanga is going to do on the main roster of WWE. Also, too, a former AEW alum, Sean Spears. We told you that he was in AEW, left AEW. Now he's back in WWE, back in NXT. What does this mean for Sean Spears? Only time will tell. But Sean Spears, that's one defect. Like Cody was the biggest defect. CM Punk was too. Everyone's leaving AEW, going back to WWE. But like we said, we'll see how this is going to go for Sean Spears heading towards AEW. Also, too, speaking of Sean Spears, his wife Cassie Lee, and Home Sweet Home, Sean Spears. So Cassie Lee wishing her husband the Home Sweet Home promotion and stuff. Also, too, we're hearing some reports. I don't know who's sending this stuff, but they saying XWE Wrestling. Bruce Pritchard was the kind of puppet master every guy he wanted to push. Vince was okay. He fed Vince a lot of ideas too. Uh, uh, we get a point that now we know who can give pushes, who don't want to give pushes. If Bruce Pritchard is that, then he needs to go, like Ronda Rousey said. But I like Bruce Pritchard. I like his podcast. He gives out history, and I'd rather him do his podcast and focus more on his podcast than being in WWE, because I feel like it's certain stars in WWE that needs to be get that push. Maybe he not been looking in the eye to see who can get the push. They want. I didn't know he saying he wasn't hound Booker T and Christian, which that kind of tells me everything I need to know. As I kind of figured, um, when Booker T was going for the world title against Triple H, there was a lot of racial overtones in that situation as well. So how that went down. Christian really left because he wasn't given his full potential. He went to TNA and became a bigger star. So there's a lot going on, and it kind of makes you think, okay, I kind of see what they're talking about when it's talking about certain people and stuff. All right, that's gonna do it here for the pro wrestling show. We're gonna end it with the Stinger. The Stinger has retired from AEW. He was here in Huntsville. Sting, I salute Sting on his journey on way. Thank you all for watching this edition of the Pro Wrestling Show. I've been your host, Kendrick Dixon, so long, and we'll see you Friday for the SmackDown Ring Report with The Rock. See you later.